Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and we are going to take a look at some gameplay from the Great War mod for Napoleon Total War. And this is not my gameplay footage. I got this from my friend Napoleonic Spartan, and so I don't know what's going to happen here. I haven't seen the video yet, but he sent it to me. And again, I am not controlling any of the camera action here. This is all him. But yeah, so the Great War mod, it lets you fight in World War One, but using the Napoleon Total War as its base engine. And looks like my friend titled this the Italian Assault World War One. And we're looking at the Italians advancing here towards the other side. And I don't know who the other side is. I have to take a look at that. But it looks like Napoleonic Total War is, or Napoleonic Spartan is targeting the Italians here. And then we'll see what faction Napoleonic is using. But I feel like Italy has always been like a sore subject for World War One, just because of the way that they entered, and then the treatment afterwards. I think it's a kind of a sore topic for both sides, because these guys were supposed to be friends with the Central Powers, Germany and the Austro-Hungarians. But what ended up happening was the Italians actually joined forces with the other guys on the hopes that they would get some territory from the Austro-Hungarians. But after the war, they didn't get any of that. I just feel like the Great War was such a great waste of time for all sides. It just led to more conflict later on. And then the way that the Great War was fought was atrocious. Such a waste of human life. Alright. But yeah, this is a pretty cool setup. It definitely looks like a Napoleon Total War map. But it's been a while since I've played Napoleon Total War. So I don't remember what the map looked like. I don't know if this map was modded to suit the battle, or if they just took a pre-existing map. Alright, so looks like Napoleonic Spartan is using the Austro-Hungarians. See, their name says Austro-Hungarian. It's Austro-Hungarian. But their units were speaking German. Here are the Italians coming forward to do battle. Now it's kind of interesting that you're seeing this on my channel, because as you know, I don't really play mods. I have a few mods that I played, but I put them under a mod playlist. But definitely never played any mods for Napoleon Total War. Never installed any mods for Napoleon Total War. So this is the kind of thing that you wouldn't typically see on my channel. But yeah, Napoleonic Spartan sent me the video just to check out. Now a lot of times people ask me to do commentaries on their battles. 80% of the time I typically can't. That's why I never promise if I can do a commentary or not, because I don't know if I'll have the time to. You might think I have time right now, but I'm actually doing other projects. Not just my gaming channel, but I'm also doing other. Here's some nice warfare. We get the Austro-Hungarians finally trading small arms fire with the Italians. Actually, the Italians aren't shooting back. I do believe this is a the AI are the Italians are AI controlled, but it looks like there's a massive amount of them. If you look on the mini map, you can see a lot of red blips. Those are the Italian units attacking. What's interesting, on the very bottom right, there is a single blip of Italian units moving towards a house right there. It's on that little island. Not sure what that unit is. Gotta say, this is a massive battle, guys. It's huge. if I had ran this on my computer, I think my computer would be lagging hardcore. I don't know though, I haven't played Napoleon in a while. But I know for Rome Total War, if I had this many units, my thing would be lagging quite a bit. Even though I have a newer... Well, it's not new anymore, but it's new compared to Rome Total War. I love the old style Stahlhelm design on the Austro-Hungarians. One of the things I like about the later... Actually, yeah, the Germans also had that kind of helmet too. But World War II, that's where that helmet design really took its iconic shape. Oh, here we go. We got some melee action happening now. The Italians are giving it to the Austro-Hungarians' dirty style. Let's see if that one unit can hold back all those Italians coming. Looks like the Italians are pouring through. If you look at the Austro-Hungarian lines, it seems pretty spread out. It looks like a defense in depth, as opposed to just putting everything on a linear line. I know the Germans of World War II, they preferred
We have taken the building, sir.
The more defense in depth approach. They felt that, you know, if the enemy was attacking in full force, you know, they could slow them down, fall back constantly until they had enough momentum, or until they had enough power to resist and eject the intruders. The contrasting school belief would be something like the Maginot Line, where they believed a more defensive line would do the trick. But the problem with the defensive line that is just singular and linear is that if you pierce one section of that line, you can just pull right through the gaps. But with a defense in depth, there aren't really any holes or gaps to exploit because there's always more troops behind to seal up a gap. And then for the defense in depth, you would need a mobile reserve that could act kind of like a fire brigade, you know, putting out fires as needed. Not a literal fire, but, you know, intrusions.
Our men are running, sir.
Our men are running, sir. That's funny. The Austro-Hungarians have like a they have like a British advisor. I gotta say, when I played Napoleon Total War, I really did miss that game. I feel like Napoleon Total War was the last good Total War game made. That's my opinion, though. I know a lot of people, they loved Shogun. But yeah, Napoleon, when I was playing that game, wow, I was really into it. It's like, if you consider Napoleon to be a modern commander, he is definitely my top favorite modern military commander of all time, of modern times. But this is the Great War here, so a little not too time relevant. But there's a lot of great episodes of the Great War, if you're interested in military warfare. For some reason, though, I take a huge interest in the aerial combat of the Great War. I find it kind of romantic, not in the flower-giving kind of way, but you know, these dashing pilots, you know, dueling out in the skies. I always loved reading about the Red Baron in his triplane. He didn't just fly that plane, but that was an iconic set of wheels, set of wings. And I guess the one cool thing about the Great War is that it wasn't you know, really sullied by the genocide that happened in World War II. But still, man, all this human life lost for stupid reasons. But that's the thing about warfare. It's like you know it's bad, but it's just so fascinating to read about. That's the weird thing about war. It's, you know, it's disgusting, but man, you just can't stop reading about it. Kind of like reality TV. It's like, man, these people are trash, but man, I just can't stop watching it. Nah, that's a bad analogy because you can't really learn much from reality TV. Oh, look at how huge mosh pit of Italian soldiers down there. Yeah, my computer would definitely be lagging right now. Look at that brave guy just standing on top. Oh, that'd have been perfect if he died when I said that. Or did he? I don't know. Oh, they're going over the top too. Are they going melee with him? I think they are. Seems to be quite a bit more Italians over here though. Here we got some more movement from the Italians down the flank. But yeah, as I said, it's more of a defense in depth, so that there's more Austro-Hungarians back here to defend. Oh, they have a machine gun, a heavy one. Nice. I just like listening to the gunfire. Toot. Uh-oh, we got some more melee happening here. He had his sword switched on. Yeah, that machine gun sounds crazy. You hear that? I gotta say, if you look at the minimap, it looks like the Austro-Hungarians are going to be able to hold their own and break out this Italian assault. It seems to have petered out. Well, it got past the first lines, but now the Italian attack seems to be kind of piecemeal now. Kaboom!
Our men are running, sir.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, I think the Austro-Hungarians are going to hold out. That's the forces that Napoleon Total War is commanding. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed about me, but I actually did contribute to a World War I history book. And I can't quite, for some reason I can't remember the name of that book. But I did contribute, I think, like three or four pages to it, and it was actually a very world-renowned historian too. But he contacted me about writing a little bit about Great War gaming. So that was quite the honor to take part in that book. I still need to pick up my own copy of it. I don't have it. Oh man, there's still a lot of Italians over there. But I feel like even if they break down over there, break through that defensive line, I don't think they're going to break past this last line of Austro-Hungarians. But yeah, Great War, such an interesting set of politics. It's one of those where it's like, is there really a bad guy, or is there really a good guy in this, in the Great War? I mean, sure, you know, I should be siding with, you know, America, but objectively speaking, I feel like, you know, the Great War was one of those where you could pick almost any side there and still have a good reason for it. I don't know, there's actually quite a bit of Italian troops back over there. But for some reason they're stopped in that one section. But we'll see what happens when they get going again. Looks like we're halfway through this battle. I did not realize how long this battle was. So here's a little another fun fact about me. I do get motion sickness. So when I'm not controlling the movement of the camera, I do get a little dizzy. It's kind of like when I'm driving. Like when I'm driving, I feel perfectly fine. But when someone else is driving, I start to get dizzy because I don't know what, you know, what motion they're going to be taking. And because I can't anticipate it, my head gets a little jerked out by it. It's kind of weird. I think with shooting games, I just get really dizzy. So, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not completely looking all the time right now. It just kind of hurts my eyes. We got tons of Italians over here. But again, you know, they're so clustered that I believe that when they get closer to the Austro-Hungarian heavy machine guns, or wait, is that it? Or at least when they get closer to the artillery is going to break up that mass assault. Yeah, I feel like that machine gun's about to get overrun. It's not even operating anymore. But the artillery should break up the, see that big mass of Italians over there?
The men of the teams must rescue.
Oh, nice little animation there on top. See that little mini screen that just popped up? So, how many of you guys have played this mod? The Great War mod? What are your opinions on it? I just feel like there's so many great mods out there, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, I would probably go for the Civil War mod. The American Civil War mod, that is. I just gotta specify. So here's that big mass of Italians coming. And I believe they are getting closer in range of the Austro-Hungarian artillery. Got some sharpshooters over there. Oh, I didn't even notice. I didn't see any mounted units in this battle. I mean, in this time, people were still walking out cavalry. It wasn't as effective as it used to be, though. But you know, actually, kind of think of it. Even World War II, some people still had the cavalry. One of the most famous scenes being that of the Polish cav charging the German army during the Blitzkrieg, during the early part of the war. I don't think that ended very well, but it was still a usage of cavalry on the battlefield. Yeah, that's a lot of troops. But yeah, it says that they're starting to waver. If you look at the minimap, their units are like a pale white. Oh wait, sorry, that's the top part of the battlefield. Sorry. Yeah, again, I'm a little motion sick right now, so I can't quite keep up. But yeah, the big cloud of Italian troops that were coming, they are blinking. That's the main point. So I think he has the battle under control right at this point. I think he's gonna reposition his artillery. Yeah, those guys are gone. That's where the huge amount of troops were. I knew that artillery would break up the assault plus the small arms fire. Alpini. Oh yeah, I think Napoleon's got this. It's just, I see scattered red blips, and that's a solid line of Austro-Hungarians. But it's kind of weird though, there's still a lot of, well there's still some, there's like 4 red blips on the opposite side of the river there. So I think that's why the battle is, there's still a bit more battle left, like 10 more minutes. But I think he needs to gather his forces and cross the river and mop up the Italian troops on the other side of the riverbank. Pretty interesting stuff though. I've never actually played this mod, as you know, but it's interesting to see it up close like this. I wonder if this mod does have any like armored units in it. And how would they implement that, if they had any? They're going bye-bye. Look at that. Those dead bodies are. It's a microcosm for the Great War itself. Oh man, I'm starting to get a little sweaty right now because of my
units has used all its ammunition,
because of my motion sickness. So yeah, that's one of my weaknesses. I just get so dizzy for stuff like this. Oh, are the Austro-Hungarians now under artillery fire? It looks like it. Yeah, they're getting hit by the Italian artillery. So he'll definitely want to get over there and silence it. Yeah, it's probably right around there somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I saw the... Yeah, look at that. Wait, sorry, not that. I think he switched sections of the map. But on the other side, there was an Italian flag in those buildings. Or by the buildings. Where'd he go? Yeah, it's out there, I think. It looked like it.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Just that British guy again. Why is he Why is he helping the Central Powers here? Traitor! But yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of mopping up. Those units are not going to come back. Is that it right there? Wow, look how far they are. But yeah, there seems to be some counter battery going on. I don't know, but do you think he can take him out from this range? The Austro-Hungarian counter artillery? I don't know. I feel like the AI is gonna break eventually, because in Napoleon, oftentimes if you lost that many troops, your entire army would just break, and then the battle would be over. I remember I had it before where I was like, oh, I can take these guys with my remaining troops, and then the battle just ended. I'm like, what? But that's morale for you. I'm not saying it's completely accurate, but sometimes, you know, morale will just bite you in the butt. So yeah, got like 6 more minutes into this battle here. Look at that town. That town's never going to rebuild. It's like, who's going to clean up all those bodies? Achtung! Vorsicht! Oh good, they're a lot closer than I thought they were. There's a lot of troops over there still, though. Pretty accurate artillery. Oh, here we go. Italian unit is going forward here. So better start shooting them. Oh, good. We get a close-up of this action. Signore. Oh, they're about to break that. Oh no, they're already going. So they can claim that hill for the Central Powers. So this music is and I like it. It kind of reminds me of the soundtrack from Enemy at the Gates. Who composed that? Was it James Horner? Or, I forgot. I forgot who composed Enemy at the Gates. Actually, I can look it up. Enemy at the Gates soundtrack. Yeah, James Horner. For the Enemy at the Gates soundtrack, not for Napoleon. Anyhow, those Italian Alpine troops are running back. Yeah, so what we're seeing is this is just mopping up action here. But yeah, these guys did fight quite a few battles against each other, historically speaking. Because when the Italians entered the war, they went right at these guys. It's getting closer. Oh man, they are trying to run. Oh, look at the artillery just slowly turning towards the Austro-Hungarians. We can just charge them. There you go. Let's watch it. Man, those guys are brave. It's like if you see the rest of your rest of your troops running like that, it's like you don't need to man the artillery anymore. You can run away. There's no shame in that. Even Napoleon had his own principles, and he said when it was honorable to surrender or retreat. He wasn't one of those impractical commanders who's like, "Oh, no retreat! No! Forbid it!"
It's soon to be yours.
Victory is soon to be everyone's.
Sergente, credete che moriremo tutti?
There you go. That's cool that they have Italian voice acting in this. So that was a nice look at this mod, but I've never seen it. Yeah, so he was taking on 2 AI opponents. They had about what a little over 7,000 troops versus his 2,000 there. So that was pretty intense.